Alright, my squigs are done. Time to do some painting and... So imagine this. You're done with your model, you already glued everything, you scraped all those things, and then you found out that there are some holes here and there. Mold lines there, and there's some gaps here. You start to realize that why does it all have that? Well, it's actually not your fault. However, you can fix that. It's just that you might need a little bit of effort. And these days, I've been doing that constantly because of the model. I don't really like to have those kind of mold lines or gaps. In this video, I got some products here to help fix the gap, and I'm here to go and share it all. Alright, let's get to this. So here are the products in line for this showdown. I've used these for some times, and this is both a review and later I'll be revealing the winner for this. Without further ado, let's get to the first product. The first is liquid green stuff from Citadel. Now my first impression is that it is too dry and chunky. When I got this back then, I had to add some water inside the pot. Yet the green stuff still gives me this gross texture. Either way, it's time to try it out. The green stuff is still chunky when being applied on the gap, and I thought it would liquefy when I add water and dilute it a little. Somehow, it felt like it got worse. The struggle is real and it took quite a while. Maybe I have to slap a whole lot of green stuff on it instead. In my honest opinion, this is not good. It didn't go as planned and the outcome is too chunky. If you want to use liquid green stuff, just get the real green stuff. Apply a small amount on the gap and add water. It does the same thing but better. This gets a 1 out of 10 for me, not a fan. So I didn't really know from the start. This was actually the first one I got. And then later I realized that actually I got this thing in my drawer for a long time. Yeah, next time I will do a review for this. Next is our DIY method, Sprue Glue. I did mention how to make this long time back in the video. Do check that one out. This is when you add that hobby cement. Most popular brands are from Tamiya or Mr. Hobby, and some leftover sprues you get from your Warhammer models. You mix the cement with the sprue, and there you go, you made Sprue Glue. But is it good? I will say yes. It might look a little bit scary as I'm adding a load of gunk on the model so the gap could be filled. But once you polish it out, spray the glue to a certain amount and let it dry, it came out pretty well. This is surprising. Just be really careful to not add too much glue or put too much. Then you might melt and cover up the model's detail. The glue is toxic too, so the fume is dangerous. Do wear your mask and protective eyewear. But overall, very nice. This gets an 8 out of 10. Now super glue is kind of the odd option, but it can be done when adding baking soda. I've been doing the super glue and baking soda method, but haven't even mentioned what does baking soda do to the super glue. Well, it would help speed up the glue's drying progress and also give a solid crystallized outcome. But when it comes to using it as a gap filler, do be careful, always wear protection. You might have the super glue film lingering, or if the liquid accidentally splashed on any delicate area such as the eyes. So anyway, this can be a hit or miss situation because adding the super glue is one thing, but when adding the baking soda, it will be all over the place. And sometimes, you might miss the target and splash the dust somewhere that isn't in the area. But does get the job done, so sometimes a second layer might be needed. Overall, it's messy, but it sure does its job. This is only if you have a certain budget or you only have this tool available. Gets a 5 out of 10 for me. Next is plastic putty from Hiro. Hiro is a product from the Philippines. I stumbled upon this brand back when I was in Malcolm 2023. They mostly sell paints, but they too have some accessories such as this, their own plastic putty. I use this mainly if I don't use the Sprue Glue and need a patch of work when I forgot there are gaps on my model. So I take this. This has a liquid feel and it does its job well. But do be careful of air bubbles coming out, as this is very liquid, it's not a paste. The drying time can take a while too, so be patient. But once it's dried up, you could sand some and this can be another hit or miss. Why is that? It's because of the liquid texture. There are some peelings that looks like a silicone outcome. But if you could deal with that, I think it's alright. So it might sound hard, but it isn't so bad. Just a little patient like drying. It's 7 out of 10 for me here. Lastly, we got Tamiya's white putty. This is a very solid putty paste. Even opening it would see the paste standing out strong on its own. You don't just apply this on a model just like that. It is gonna be too dry for you. Instead, you gotta add some thinner to liquefy the putty. Drop a little bit on it and you're ready to go. It can be messy using it, but this to me works pretty well with covering a lot of gaps. I think I've seen some users use tape to avoid cleaning too much after the putty is added. I also use a cotton bud with some of the thinners to help rub away some putty paste. I can say this is good, but the amount of steps needed to set up is always going to be a bit tiring for you. But it's still one of the best options, 8 out of 10. So here are all the items. Now the next test, priming the subject. And here they are, let's have a look at how it came out. Citadel's liquid green stuff just came out badly. The chunky rough sides are still revealing, it's a hard fail for this one. Sprue Glue, just wow. I forgot where the gaps were, it was so good, 2 thumbs up here. Super Glue, although the first test wasn't so good, this actually did a good job. Don't really see the mold lines or gap on the top. I like this one, so thumbs up. Hiro putty is nice, but after seeing the outcome when I prime it, it looks like I might need to add more putty. It's a 50% for me. Tamiya putty is nice too, but the gap can still be seen. Maybe it is so the details isn't hidden so much. It's another 50-50 for my side. Now here's the biggest question. Which one shall I take? Which one is the best gap filler in my opinion? Let's get to this. Let's find out. And the winner is Sprue Glue. That's right. All in all, it was here the whole time, and I've gotten all this kind of stuff. In the end, all you need was some Tamiya cement and some sprue. Put it inside this thing, and you got your own do yourself. And it's just reliable. I have not seen anything bad. There are no gaps problem. You just have to go wipe away. I guess the one thing is probably if it's resin, which I have not tried yet, there might be a difference. I'm still looking at it, and still I do not see any problem with the gap over here. So yeah, the winner is Sprue Glue. But what do you guys think? Do you like Sprue Glue? Or do you have any other suggestion for gap filling? Let us know in the comments down below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more of these videos. This is OddVision. Thank you everybody. I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Bye bye. This video is brought to you by Underground Hobby Shop. Go to Lazada, type Underground Hobby Shop for all your Warhammer and miniature needs.